Have you ever thought about how you could make your Mondays less stressful? Let's dive into a simple yet powerful strategy. Picture this. It's Sunday evening, the calm before the storm. Instead of fretting about the upcoming week, you invest just 15 minutes to prepare for your first tasks of Monday morning. This isn't about creating a master plan or detailed to-do list. It's about identifying one small thing you can accomplish that will make the next morning feel a bit easier. Perhaps it's setting out your clothes for the next day, or drafting a quick email you'll need to send first thing in the morning. It might be reviewing your calendar to ensure you're aware of any early meetings or deadlines. You might be thinking 15 minutes, that's not a lot of time. And you're right, but here's the magic. This small investment of time can save you hours and significantly reduce your stress levels. Think of it as a down payment on a smoother, more productive Monday. It's crucial not to over-engineer this process. The goal isn't to map out every minute of your day or to solve complex problems. It's about making the first few hours of your week a bit more manageable. It's about setting the tone for a productive, stress-free week. So the next time you find yourself facing a daunting Monday, remember this strategy. Spend 15 minutes on Sunday evening to prepare for the first tasks of Monday morning. Choose one small thing that will make the next morning easier. And here's a pro tip. Make this a habit. Do it every Sunday. Before long, you'll notice a significant reduction in your stress levels and an increase in your productivity. You'll start your week feeling more in control and less overwhelmed. Remember, a little preparation goes a long way in setting the right tone for your week. So give it a try. After all, who doesn't want to make their Mondays a bit less stressful? So, you're starting your career and you want to make an impression. Well, let's dive into a strategy that can help you stand out from the crowd. It's called swallowing the frog. Now don't worry, there are no actual amphibians involved in this process. It's just a metaphor that suggests tackling the most challenging tasks first thing in the morning. But in this instance, we're going to give it a bit of a twist. Imagine you're in a new job, eager to make your mark. You look around and you notice your boss. They're busy, they're stressed, and there are certain tasks they just hate doing. These tasks are their frogs. They're unpleasant, they're time-consuming, and they're often pushed to the back of the queue. But what if you could step in and swallow those frogs for them? Start by observing. Notice what tasks your boss tends to avoid or put off. It could be anything from compiling reports to handling customer complaints, or even organizing meetings. Once you've identified these tasks, make it your mission to learn how to do them and do them well. Now you're ready to make your move. Approach your boss and offer to take these tasks off their hands. Show them that you've got the skills and the initiative to handle it. It might seem counterintuitive to willingly take on tasks that others avoid, but remember, this is about adding value and standing out. By swallowing the frog for your boss, you're not just reducing their workload. You're demonstrating your willingness to go the extra mile, your ability to identify and solve problems, and your commitment to the team. These are qualities that any employer would value, and the benefits don't stop there. By taking on these tasks, you're also expanding your skill set, gaining new experiences, and building momentum in your career. It's a win-win situation. In the end, it's all about finding ways to add value and make life easier for others. So go ahead, swallow that frog, and see where it takes you. Ever hit send on an email only to immediately notice a mistake? We've all been there. That sinking feeling when you realize you've just sent an email with a glaring typo, wrong attachment, or worse, to the wrong person. It's a modern-day nightmare that can be easily avoided. Enter the power of delayed emails. This is a simple yet game-changing trick that can save you from numerous email blunders. Here's how it works. Instead of your emails being sent instantly when you hit send, they are held back for a brief window, typically around 60 seconds. Sounds simple, right? But the impact can be profound. In that extra minute, you have the chance to catch those pesky typos, double-check your attachments, and make sure your email is going to the right person. It's amazing how often you spot something amiss the moment you hit send, and with a delay, you have the chance to correct it before it's out in the world. But the power of delayed emails goes beyond just fixing mistakes. It also offers a cooling off period for those emotionally charged emails. We've all been in situations where we've drafted an email in the heat of the moment, It's easy to let frustration or anger seep into your words, and once that email is sent, there's no taking it back. With a delay, you have a minute to reconsider. A minute to ask yourself, is this the tone I want to convey? Is this email going to help or hinder the situation? Often, after a moment's reflection, you might find it's better to rephrase or not send the email at all. So next time you're setting up your email preferences, consider adding a delay. It's a small change that can make a big difference to your professional communication. It gives you the chance to present your best self in every email, and who doesn't want that? So give yourself that extra minute. It can save you from a lot of unnecessary trouble. Do you find yourself constantly checking your emails throughout the day? If so, you're not alone. But let me tell you, this habit can be a massive drain on your time and productivity. So what's the solution? It's something called batching. Batching is a time management technique where you group similar tasks together and tackle them all at once. Instead of constantly checking your emails, set aside specific windows throughout the day dedicated solely to processing your inbox. Depending on your industry, this could be anywhere from 1 to 3 windows per day. Why does this work? Well, it's all about Parkinson's law. This principle states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. By setting a specific limited time to handle your emails, you're essentially forcing yourself to get through them more efficiently. You'll be amazed at how much quicker you can power through your inbox when you know you've only got a set amount of time to do it. Think of it like this. If you had an entire day to clean your house, you'd probably take your sweet time, right? But if you only had 1 hour before guests arrived, you'd hustle like never before. That's Parkinson's law in action. Batching your email processing also allows you to focus on your high-value tasks without constant interruption. Each time you stop what you're doing to check an email, it takes your brain time to refocus on the task at hand. By limiting your email checking to specific windows, you're reducing these interruptions and ultimately becoming more productive. Now, it might take a bit of time to adjust to this new way of managing your emails. And that's okay. Start by setting aside just 1 window per day for email processing and gradually add more if needed. Remember, the goal here is not to be constantly connected, but to work more efficiently. So, give batching a try. Set those windows, apply Parkinson's law, and watch your productivity soar. Remember, work smarter, not harder. Have you ever tried to teach something you just learned? If not, you might be missing out on one of the most effective strategies for mastering new information. It's a method that's as old as time, yet often overlooked in our rush to cram in as much knowledge as we can. This is the power of teaching. Imagine you've just learned a new concept and you're bursting with excitement. You decide to share your newfound knowledge with a friend or family member. As you explain, they start asking questions, probing for more details. Suddenly, you realize there are gaps in your understanding. Areas you thought you had down pat are not as clear as you believed. But fear not, for this is the beauty of teaching. It exposes the holes in your knowledge, giving you the chance to dive back in, study more, and fill those gaps. The act of teaching, in essence, is a powerful form of learning. So, the next time you learn something new, try teaching it to someone else. You'll be surprised at how much more you understand. Do you find it hard to stay focused on your work with all the distractions around you? Well, technology comes to the rescue. For those of us who struggle with maintaining focus, there are tools designed to aid us. Consider downloading a free focus app, like Flow for instance. This ingenious tool allows you to execute short sprints of concentrated work. What's more, it restricts access to any apps you specify during your work block, ensuring that your attention remains undivided. But what if your phone is the primary culprit, you ask? Here's a simple yet effective solution. Put it in another room, out of sight, out of mind. This way, you eliminate the temptation to check it, allowing you to fully commit to your tasks. Remember, the goal is to use technology as an ally, not an adversary. So harness the power of technology to help you stay focused, not distracted.